Hey Internet, it's been a very long time. It's the Olive Dragon. I have no idea if any of you actually remember who I am at this point because the last post I made was 7 years ago. I apologize for that. I was looking through my old videos and realized I announced that I was bringing this vlog back and never actually posted more than once after that time. At least as far as I know. I think I got back into my old channel at one point because I do see some videos from 13 years ago that may have been more recent towards the top of that channel, but I still can't get in there. Google locked me out a long time ago, and I did announce that at one point on this channel. But I've decided, you know what, based on what I've seen on my previous posts, I want to take this up again. I kind of miss it, just talking to y'all and recording things that happened during my life, and it's nice to be able to kind of look back on some of that, even if nobody else cares or ever sees it. Yeah, lots of catching up to do. I'm currently at my grandma's, but I don't actually live here anymore. Last time I recorded, I was living with her. I believe that was 2018. Which seems like a lifetime ago at this point. It may as well be. It was over 10 years ago. But, God, where to even start? For those of y'all that probably don't know who the fuck this person on the screen is, I am Olivia, also known as Olive Dragon 23. I used to vlog 15 plus years ago when I was in college, and I am now 35. I live in North Carolina. I have lived in many other states up and down the East Coast over the past several years, and I started this vlog mostly just for fun for me and my friends to, you know, rattle on about whatever we were doing, or if we were like going somewhere or fucking around in my old house. Just life, and I would give advice on things like college occasionally. I would do art vlogs because I am an artist. I make jewelry primarily these days for a living and for fun, and I also sell it in my own time. I do a lot of bead work mostly nowadays, but I am a certified jeweler, and I used to do more heavy repair, but I'm slowly getting back into repair. We'll see how that goes. A lot has been going on in my life in the past few years. But last time I left y'all, I had quit my job at Pandora and I was working at Dillard's. I am no longer working at Dillard's. I quit Dillard's in October of 2020, just after the whole pandemic situation, COVID situation happened. During that time with Dillard's and during that time during COVID, I was out of work for 5 months for the whole lockdown thing. But honestly, at that point, I was getting pretty miserable with Dillard's. I wasn't satisfied with my work. I had moved back to Raleigh. So I worked 2 years in Charlotte, and then I moved back here. Or I moved back to Raleigh to be closer to family and friends and stuff like that because I missed them, and the haul from Charlotte to Raleigh is no joke. And I was getting tired of making that drive, but I worked 2 years there. Business sort of started to decline, and I had kind of outgrown the job. And after 2020, I just kind of was done with all of that. So I moved on, and I moved to Well, it's complicated. I had 7 jobs between 2020 and 2021 after I quit Dillard's with no plan because I just had to get out. I felt like I was wasting a lot of time. But what did I do? I worked for an estate company for 3 weeks. Long story. It was not the best situation, and I was barely getting scheduled. It was a whole thing. And I just about had a heat stroke staging houses like the 3 times that I went out to houses to do that. And I went, maybe this isn't for me. Southern summers are no joke, especially this year, good Lord. But, I worked for an estate company. I became a metals broker for half a year. I also was working at a local jewelry store as a salesperson. I was working at a gem and mineral store in my local mall. I also was working with a jeweler that I've known for 10 years now, as of this year, in that same mall. And I ended up getting a full-time position, or mostly full-time, with them. And I worked for them for the past 4 years, roughly. And I quit that job after that in 2025, May of 2025, to go work for Lazy Boy Furniture. And I was there for 8 months, and they had some company downsizing, unfortunately, and at the end of March, they laid me off because I assume money issues, but I cannot prove anything. None of this is sponsored, of course. I am not going to be monetizing these videos. I will talk about the jewelry that I make. I may leave links. I have an eBay now because I left Etsy because of their policy changes, and I almost got scammed out of one of my paintings. It was a whole thing. Luckily I got my painting back and did not have any loss to my bank account because they wanted me to wire them money, and it was a whole thing, and I almost got totally played on that. But my bank caught it and it was fine. Everything's cool. So I was like, you know what, Etsy, I just don't think this is gonna work out anymore. And I was on Etsy for a decade. I didn't make a lot of money on Etsy in those 10 years. I made maybe $500 at most, which is not a good track record for a decade of work. But I have been scrambling a bit since I got laid off from Lazy Boy, and still am. I'm hustling, and that's all of that stuff I just described is partially why I have not been vlogging or anything. I just haven't had time, and my digital camera died. I am recording this on my phone. I hope it works. We're gonna find out together. I was looking through the upload information of YouTube for my channel last night for the first time in a long time, and man, that upload process has gotten a lot more complex. So I was like, oh, okay, but I'm not here to be a brand per se. Like I said, I will talk about jewelry. I may make a separate series to talk about jewelry, since that's kind of been my life for the past 10 years, and it's my passion among my art and other things, and I may lump my art and painting and stuff into that as well once I figure out how to record better. Right now I've got my webcam and my phone, but I don't have a camera I can put on my old tripods anymore. Rest in peace, digital camera. I loved that thing, but it was from 2009. I got it when I graduated from high school, so it could not last forever, and I knew that. I also don't have any editing software, so all of these are going to be basically one take, and unfortunately my usual editing is not available to me because Picasa doesn't exist anymore, and I know there's probably some other software I could use, but I don't know what it is, and I don't know how to use it. And I was using Windows Live, and that's no longer a thing either. So thank you, Windows. You've really really been a help when it comes to trying to restart this. But anyway, yeah, so a lot's been going on. I've been in and out of jobs a lot. It's been pretty exhausting, and I know I'm not the only one, and to anybody else struggling with the job market, I sympathize deeply. I have no idea, but I saw I had 6 subscribers, and I went, you know, why not take it back up? It's nice to be able to look back on things that I've done. A lot of the people in my old vlogs I'm not really connected with anymore, or they have passed away or moved away, and I don't see them much. It's complicated. It's gotten a lot more complicated, which I guess getting older, that's a given. But I have made new friends. I have done a lot of really cool events. I have been hustling. I started an eBay, which is neat, and I will leave links to that if you guys are interested in it. No obligations, of course. But if you like jewelry or you know people who like jewelry, I have a hell of a lot of it. But this is not going to be just a, hey guys, buy stuff from me channel. I don't like that. And like I said, I'm not taking sponsorships. This is just a silly little thing, as it always has been, for me to do random stuff. If my friends want to be on camera, they will be, but most of my current friend group is kind of camera shy, so it may just be more of me doing stuff like this at my table or my desk or out in the world, wherever I happen to be. But I don't want to get mixed up with influencer behavior, because that is absolutely not what I am. I am not that. I don't want to be that. This is for jewelry talk, for girl talk, for fun, you know, whatever's on my mind. I might show you my garden. I am very proud of my garden. And I can't believe that I've actually never shown you guys my garden in all the years I've been doing this. But I've never really had a personal one until I moved in with the friend I'm living with now. And it is one of my biggest joys is to tend to my garden. And I will probably talk a lot about rewilding your yard and naturalizing lawns and how to kill your lawn and replace it with native flora and ground covers and things that can actually benefit you. I have an entire Discord dedicated to that. I may leave a link in it. I'm still a little skittish about having a public Discord because other servers I've been in have not been so great for that. And I don't have time to moderate every single person that might join that Discord. But we'll see. Works in progress. I may make a jewelry Discord as well for people who want to talk about gemstones or metals or their, you know, jewelry design or, you know, whatever you guys are interested in. I'm trying to be more community oriented if I'm going to take this back up, provided that anyone, again, actually watches this. To all 6 of you that are subscribed to this channel for some reason, I apologize for making you wait so long. And I will try not to do that in the future. But yeah, oh God, what else has been going on? Well, I'm headed to the beach this weekend, so you'll get to see some beach footage. Probably, again, not of my friends. I don't know how interested in being on camera they will be compared to some of my other friends that I don't see anymore. But you will see me. I'll do a house tour like I did a billion years ago when I went to Isle of Palms. And I'll try not to catch them on camera if they don't want it. But that'll be fun. I am working currently 2 part-time jobs, neither of which I've gotten super established in yet. It's only been like a month or a week in the case of the other one. I'm working in another local jewelry store. I'm getting back into jewelry sales and hopefully pearl stringing again, because I really enjoy doing that and it's something I'm extremely good at. Not to praise myself too much, but I am. And I would really like to get back into that professionally, so I'm hoping that's going to manifest the way I think it's going to. We'll have to see. And then I'm also doing clothing retail at Chico's. So, two similar jobs, but kind of two sides of the fashion coin, the jewelry and clothing together. So far, so good. I am enjoying it. My coworkers are nice. I think I'm gonna be okay. It's still a bit of a scramble right now. I'm planning a jewelry event in August, so I'm making inventory for that, which keeps me kind of busy. But yeah, I've been stressed. I'm not gonna lie. I've been very stressed, but I think it's gonna shake out okay in the next few months. At least I'm hoping so. It better, because if it doesn't, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe these videos would have to be monetized at that point, but I'm not real interested in doing that. That's too many things, and it's not for them. Like, this is not for money, this is for fun. Lord, what else? It's funny because so many things have happened, and like half of it just escapes my brain when I actually want to like recap any of it. But, oh, sorry, my grandma's dog got up. But I think that's all for now. This video is running a little bit long, have lots to say. You wanna go outside? Okay. Sorry, Buster wants to go out. If I can get the door open. Go on. Good boy. That's Buster, by the way. I don't know if you've seen my grandma's dog, but that's him. He's a good boy. He's a pit bull mix. He's like 5 different dogs. They had his DNA done, and I can't remember. But, yeah, this video's running a little bit long, so I just wanted to get on here, talk a little bit, say hi again after 7 years. And update y'all on where I'm at and what's going on and where I'm probably gonna try to take this channel in the future. So whoever's here, look forward to that. It's nice to see you again after so long, and we will have fun from there. Until then, see you later.